What up, everybody? How y'all doing? In case you didn't know, my name is Tone. Welcome back to my journey that I've been taking y'all on. I hope everybody's day has been as beautiful as mine. And I'll just say that, not that anything happens special. It's just waking up, man. New perspective on life that I had, man. Just waking up, because you got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere, and if you don't wake up, that's it. That's the end. So blessings to everybody out there, man. I hope everybody's doing well. And if not, we're going to get into a few things that's hopefully helpful. Speaking on just waking up and starting somewhere. This is a video that's inspired by a message that I've seen from my one of my daughter's friends, who sent her a message in response to one of my videos. And she was just real thankful that I made it through the situation. And just looking at that, it just keeps me motivated, man. That's the inspiration. That's the reason why I do these videos, is hopefully they can help somebody. And the word gets into the right hands. You never know the reach that one of these videos will have. And everybody's different, so it may touch somebody differently than the next person, and I'm fine with that. It's like I said, helping one person is enough for me, man. If I can save one life, that's great for me. That's great. And shout out to her, because my condolences goes out to her, because she lost her father. And unfortunately, I don't know if there was information that I might have had that could have helped him, but I definitely know that he, went through a battle with COVID and he didn't make it. So condolences to her, all love and energy going that way. But it brings me to something that needs to be updated, where we need to start somewhere. And I'm hoping this video gets into the hands of somebody who may have some reach, or in the hands of thousands of people who may just feel the same way and may push for a change. And that's the rules. We've been in COVID for 2 years now, a little over maybe. And we got to update the rule book, because like I told y'all before, it's still new. It's still a guessing game. Nobody knows the exact playbook, and there's no manual. There's no rules to go by. So everything is a crapshoot until you get it right. Until it's working on a consistent basis, they will continue to do what they're doing. And with that, the thing that they're doing that's most annoying to me right now is the fact that they're not allowing anybody to be in the rooms, in the presence of people with COVID. And a lot of these people are dying alone, and that's a problem to me. The fact that people are just dying alone, and in most cases are unable to even speak with their loved ones, or tell them their last wishes. But I don't think a lot of these people understand how important it is to have that comfort, to have that support system around you in times like that. And the reason I know it so well is because I went through it. And I was placed on a COVID floor, of course, when I got there. And then I was well past a month when I knew I didn't have COVID anymore. Normally, 7 to 10 days, I had did my quarantine time. I was good. So I'm trying to figure out why I still can't have visitors. And at this time, I'm being told that, y'all know the story, I'm being told that I was going to die, that it was over for me. So at that point in time, all I can do is text message. All I can do is video chat. And at that time, my voice wasn't as strong. I couldn't say a whole lot. I couldn't even laugh. So even trying to laugh made me cough, sometimes uncontrollably coughing, where I would have to get off the phone. So just understanding what people are going through in that time, being isolated. It's already hard to be isolated and not have anybody there to comfort you. But then to know that you may not make it, to be told that, you're gonna die soon or at any moment. Imagine what that does to your mental, and you're already isolated. So you have nobody there to lean on, and if you do, it's through text message. And sometimes that's just not enough. You need that companionship. And I thank one of the doctors, because after my wife pushed and pushed, like, why are you still on that floor? Why am I, why can't you have visitors? And so we started to, give a little pushback. And one of my doctors came in after, a couple of conversations on, you know, my my status and how I was doing. She said, "Have you been able to see your wife?" And I said, "No." I said, "That's what we're trying to figure out." She says, "I don't understand why you're still here on this floor. This is the COVID floor." So long story short, shout out to Dr. Donnelly. She said, "No, we got to get you and her together, because that's going to do a lot for your healing if you're going to pull through this thing." And so she was, by the way, one of the doctors who was in my corner, her and Dr. Med. So they were two of the doctors who said, if you're willing to fight, we're willing to fight with you. After I went through all of the back and forth with the other nurse doctors and nurse practitioners, but either way, she made a move. They gave me a COVID test right away. Of course, I was negative for COVID. I had been there for over a month at that point. Um, Gave me the COVID test, came back negative. Cool, that was fine. Then she moved me to the ICU. So I got moved to the ICU, basically not because my situation worsened. I got moved to the ICU basically strictly to be able to change the rules on my visitation. And so at that point, once I moved to ICU, I was able to have one visitor. So immediately I went to ICU. My wife came to see me, and man, I just can't explain enough on how much that helped me to be able to see her, to be able to physically touch her, to be able to have somebody in my corner. And I knew she was there, but it's so hard when you don't see somebody for over an extended period of time, when you're used to going to sleep and waking up with them and to them every day. It's hard to imagine. And you might think a month, a little over a month and a half is not that much, but it is. It's a long time when you live somewhere, even a week. Being away from your home or whatever for a week is a long time. So I say that to say this: we need to update the COVID rules in the system, because if they can have a doctor to come in and talk to me every single day, or I'm sorry, not a doctor, a nurse. You have nurse care around the clock. So those shifts, 7 to 7, or 7 to 7, whatever the shift is, they mask up, they gown up, and they come in and they take care of you. They get you what you need. There's no reason to me that you can't have one designated person who may be your power of attorney, your wife, your closest friend, whoever you designate at that point, should be able to be that support to you. I honestly think that would save so many lives, because a lot of people, like I said, are dying at the hands and at the advice of doctors, and they're unable to have really a say so, and they're really unable to have somebody with a different opinion to chime in to say, "Hey, no, I don't know," and that just goes back to the message that I got from my daughter's friend. She even mentioned that they made some decisions and then tried to make her feel guilty about it. And I understand that, because I lost my mother to COVID a few months before I went into the hospital. So in dealing with that and myself, like, it was a lot. It's a lot, man. I don't even know how to break down the thoughts that was going through my head. But luckily, for the most part, I was able to fight through it, but not without that support system. And that's why I think these support systems are so crucial, man, to anybody out there who who's battling anything, you know, you don't even have to be in the hospital because you need a support system regardless. You know, just whether it's one person, two, three. I was blessed, man. I had a lot of supports, you know, while I was in the hospital, and I that takes me back to one of my buddies, you know, and he's a good friend and he's like a brother to me, and he said something to me that was part of my support system that kept me moving. You know, he knew my situation and had all respect for my situation, but he also told me that, hey, hurry up and get out of there. We got work to do. You know, and shout out to Antoine for that, man. But it's just those type of things there, man. We need from people. You know, I just had a conversation with my cousin and one of my good friends yesterday who told me no matter it doesn't matter how long you was in there, I never had a doubt in my mind that you was coming out of there. Support like that, man, is huge. It's inspirational, and that's why I honestly keep trying to push and do these videos because somebody can use this information. But it's time. It's definitely time to update the rule book, you know, and also let's update our support systems, man. If you know, you out there, hell, I don't care. I'll be your support system, man. Send me a message, send me, you know, whatever. I'll respond. I know we need that. You know what I mean? That's huge. Is key. You know, because I know no different from once I finally got home, my progress to me was a lot faster than being in the hospital. And I know the hospital's got all the medicines and all that, absolutely. But when I got home, the love, the support system, you know, the surroundings, it makes everything that much better. And it's just more comfortable. So that's really what I wanted to speak about today. I hope this video touches somebody. I hope this information gets into the hands of somebody who can help the push. You know, let's get this thing updated, man. We got too many people that's getting sick. Let's face it, COVID ain't going nowhere for a while, and you know, whatever we can do to make things better and make things easier, because there's no rule book, there's no manual. So you know, if we can get together with those people who've been through it and formulate a plan, let's do it, man. Until next time, I'm Tone. I'll see y'all later. Peace.